Hi everyone, Letty here from Party Planner Paperie. I have another budget savings video. We're going to be doing some cash stuffing into two of my binders for the month of August. Welcome back everyone. So I am going to be diving in for August and adding my money that I'm going to be saving into my two binders. I have my Christmas binder and I also have my yearly or monthly binder that I'm going to add. I'm going to add $240 into each one. So I already have the money that's going to be for the first one, and then I'll pull that separately and we'll finish adding into my Christmas binder as well. Now, I have been a little behind on just about everything. So I have 2 months worth of savings in this one bag, which is pretty chunky. It is for July and for August, which is why I have my nutcrackers because of Christmas in July. So I figured I would add this bit of savings in here and then basically call it a month. We'll wrap up for our savings and then we will dive into September head on starting tomorrow. So just as a friendly reminder, I am doing a Football Frenzy savings all throughout the month of September. I have some freebies that are available in my Ko-fi shop. I'll have that link down below. And then if you're a digital tier member in Ko-fi, which is the $5 a month plan, you get a bunch of exclusive digitals from me. I do have some additional football digitals there for you as well. So you can check all that out if you want to save along with me using football themed challenges. If it gets to the point where we need some more challenges, let me know and I will add some more maybe around the middle part of September, and that way you have plenty to kind of last throughout the entire month. I did this as a special request from my budgeting bestie, Adrian. She had asked if this was something that I wanted to do or could do. I said yes. And so all month long, I'll be saving with football challenges. And so as a sort of an homage to the start of football season, we already are watching football in my household. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to move my Christmas binder as well. I'll put this aside and then we will go ahead and tackle my yearly or monthly binder. And again, I have $240 here set aside on the side here over here that we're going to stuff into this little binder. I'm going to move some of this too, just for shadows. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. This is my yearly binder. I have a lot of like my monthly challenges throughout the entire year of 2025. I'm going to start off with the first one. A couple things I'll mention is I will always have the name of the creator as well as where to find their challenges or their shops right here or their YouTube. I will also link everybody in the description box below. So you can always have a link to one of those things. You can click on it and get straight to them. A lot of the challenges I do get are for free. I download them for free from Google Drives or from Ko-fi, but I do also purchase some. And as I go through, I try to mention that. So this first one is actually a set of freebies that's from myself. These are gnome freebies. We just have a few of them left. I have one for each of the months. So we're going to go ahead and tackle August today. Now, I usually do anywhere from $2 to $3 per icon. You could do a roll and save, but because I want to move through it quickly, I'm going to do $4 today. Since this is really the only time I'm going to get to tackle this and I have 240, I'm going to do $4, which will be $48 total. So let me go ahead and get the $48. Okay, so we've got $40, $45, $46, $47, $48. That's going to go with this challenge. I'm just going to really quickly mark off all of these icons. So let me just mark them off really quickly. Let's see how I can do this. There you go. Let me mark them off real quick. Okay, so we have our $48 marked off. One box equals $4. I've got the $48. I'm going to go ahead and paper clip it, and we're going to add it into our bag of completed challenges. Now, this bag is very stuffed, very chunky, but I think I can squeeze a few more in here, which is kind of the goal. So we're going to add a few more in here and kind of call it a month. So that one, again, was a freebie over in my Ko-fi shop. I'll have that link down below. The next one I have is from Bobby over at Canadian Finance Journey. This one was a yearly group play that she had released. I believe it was a freebie over in her Ko-fi shop. Every month I'm saving $2 for each of the dots. So for August, we have 4 dots, which is $8. Let me see what I have here. I do have a 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put back a 2 and bring out a 10. Okay, so there is our $20, $40, $50, $60, $70 that we have now saved, just saving $2 at a time per week of the month. So let me go ahead and color those 4 dots for August. Okay, we just have 4 months left, so we're strolling into the very end of the month. So, and again, we now have $20, $40, $50, $60, $70 set aside in this challenge. That is amazing considering it's just $2 a dot per week. So that is the savings challenge from Bobby. You can find her at Canadian Finance Journey. I'll have Bobby's channel link down below. Thank you so much, Bobby. The next one I have is from Kimmy over at Kimmy's Corner. She had released these super cute freebies over in Ko-fi, and they were supposed to be for next year, and I kind of just jumped on them a little sooner. I figured I would throw them in. I've already caught up to August, so today we're going to tackle just August. I'm not going to scratch anything off because I am going to save them to use them again next year when they're supposed to be used. So it's gonna total out $20. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a 20 and put it with the challenge and call this one done. And then, like I said, at the end of the year, I'm going to grab all of these back. We will get them ready and I'll use them for 2026. So a big thank you to Kimmy on that one. I'm going to throw this one into our bag as well of completed challenges. I have a little bit of room left, so we'll see what else we can finish. But again, a big thank you to Kimmy. You can find her at Kimmy's Corner and I'll have her channel linked down below. Thank you so much, Kimmy. The next one I have is from Cin over at CinOnABudget. Now, this one was a freebie, I believe in Ko-fi, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like we're doing a roll and save on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out my dice tower and I'm going to roll a few dice. And I'm wondering if I should just do them all. Let me see. I got 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 challenges or 8 dots left. Let's go ahead and let's attempt it and we will see what we get. I think I want to use purple and yellow today for my 2 colors of dice. So let's go ahead and roll a couple of dice. We have a 5 and we have a 2, and I don't know if you could see that, but there you go. So let's go ahead and do a 5 and a 2. So that's $7 so far. Okay. Let's do at least one more. And we got a 5 and a 3 this time. So we're at $15. I feel like we should probably just finish this one. Let me go one more time. And actually, I'll end up doing all 3. So let me just go ahead and roll all 3 dice. Okay, we have a 3, a 4, and a 1. So let's do a 4 and a 1 and then a 3 over here. So we ended up with 5, 10, 15, 20, $23 to finish out that challenge. Let me go ahead and here's the thing. Let's go ahead and grab the $23. Let's see what I have. So I have 2. I'm going to put this back and then just grab 25. So here's the additional 25. Let's add it to what we already have. So now we have 10, 20, 30, $35. So this ended up saving us $35, which is fantastic. Let me go ahead and add a paper clip. And I am going to go ahead and just write that down just so I know. It'll be a little bit easier for me when I'm doing my reconciliation for sinking funds, probably in another couple of days. So $35 is what we saved on this one. Again, that one was from Cin over at CinOnABudget. I'll have her channel linked down below. We've added it to our baggie here. So big thank you to Cin. I'll have her link down below. Thank you so much, Cin. The next one is from Alex over at Alibear Budgets. And this is one where she had actually released these monthlies. And basically she did like every letter of the alphabet. That was like the number in the alphabet was the number to save, but that's a little bit too big for my budget. So what I did instead was I turned every single letter into $1. So like for May, we saved 3, for June, we saved 4, July was 4. And this month for August, we're saving 6 because there's 6 letters in that month. So we're going to go ahead and add $6 to this. Let me see what I have here. Yeah, it looks like I have 4 ones, which is perfect. So I'm going to add back the 4 and I'm going to grab a 10. Okay, so we're ending this part of the challenge with $10, $15, $17, which is exactly what we needed. So I'm going to go ahead and add a paper clip. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and color in that 6 to let us know that we finished that. And we'll go ahead and circle that 17. So that one is now done. I'll finish out the last 4 months in the like the burr months, as they say, in the next few months. So we'll continue to tackle this, and it should save us 32 once all 4 months have been saved. So again, this one was from Alex over at Alibear Budgets. I'll link her channel down below. Thank you so much, Alex. The next one I have is from Stephanie at Overthinking and Budgeting, or Overthinking and Budgets. Now I have this challenge and it is a roll and save. And so I've already saved quite a bit of money. We've already done 2 rolls. Or 2 rows. I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 of the remaining rows. And that's just because I still have quite a bit of money. And I think what I'll do is, if I still have extra money left over, I will probably end up bringing out a couple of challenges that I had started in July that I didn't get to finish. They were patriotic ones, and I'll finish up those. And if not, no worries, I'll finish them out through shorts as I find more money in my budget. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out some dice. We're going to roll, and I think I'm going to just go brave, go bold, and I'm going to do 4 dice at a time so I can knock out 1 whole row at a time. So we've got 4 colors here. Let's go ahead and roll all 4 dice. We had a straggler. We're going to go ahead and add that one in. And there we go. So we've got a 6, a 4, and 2 1s. So let me go ahead and add this in here. So we've got a 6 and a 4, which is 10, and 2 1s, which is $12 total. Let's go ahead and do it again. Hopefully we won't lose any this time. Okay, so we have 2 4s, a 5, and a 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a 5, a 4, a 1, and an extra 4, which is $14. So we are making our way. I know I still have plenty of money, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish out this last one. So we're going to roll the dice. And I probably wouldn't believe it unless I got it on camera. I got 4 5s. That's $20. What are the odds that I would get 4 5s? That is crazy. Somebody really wants us to save some big bucks today. So we've got, or somebody doesn't want us to play those other patriotic challenges, I think. Okay, so we have 20, and then 30, 40, 45, $46 that we're adding to this challenge. That is unbelievable. Let me double check it. 20, 30, 40, 44, 45, 46, 46. That's what it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the $46. Okay, here are the 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, $46 going into this challenge. That is amazing. That was a huge amount to add in. So total for this challenge that I had received, and again, this one was from Stephanie. I think she sent this to me in Happy Mail. She probably has this either for sale in her shop or on Ko-fi. But I think she sent me that one as a Happy Mail at the beginning of the year. But so what I have so far for this challenge, or what we ended up saving, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 73. Yep, that's right. $73. That is amazing. I think this one is my highest challenge for the month, most likely, because that was a ton. So $73 is what we saved. Let me go ahead and grab a paper clip. We'll add it to our challenge here, and then we will squeeze this one into the bag. It's pretty tight, but I think we'll make it work. Even if I can't zip it up, that's perfectly fine. So that was the end. And again, that was from Stephanie over at Overthinking and Budgets, or Overthinking and Budgeting. You can find her on one of those 3 locations. I will link her channel down below. Thanks so much, Stephanie. So that was what I had for this binder. I still have some money left, and I still have quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring out some of those patriotic challenges that I mentioned, and we'll tackle a few of those as well. Okay, so I had started some of these patriotic challenges in the month of July, and I did not get to finish them because July was just a super crazy, hectic month. So I have one challenge from Lisandra, which is budgeting with Lisandra. And then I have one from Erica J Budgeting, Proud to be an American. This was in her Ko-fi. This was her first ever challenge, at least that she had in her Ko-fi shop. So I will have that one as well. And then I also have one from Deborah, who is Cat Mom Budgets. And these are 2 that she had in her Ko-fi shop. I thought they were just too cute. I went ahead and printed them, added some scratcher stickers. So let's go ahead and let's start with some of these. Now, I think I want to start with this one from Erica because it has higher numbers. And that way I can see what we end up getting. So let me take out the money because I know I've already started this. So I have a little bit of money already started. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and scratch at least a couple of these numbers and get a little further along. So I'll put the money right here. Let me go ahead and scratch some. And it looks like this one is going to be 2 to 9. So let's see what we get. I'm going to just scratch a couple. So we got a 7. Let's see what else we get. We got a 7 and we got an 8. That's $15. Let me add that before I get too far in. So 5, 10, 15. I feel like I can still do at least another couple of scratches. Let me do at least another 2 more. We got a 3 and we got an 8. That's $11. Let me add that in. So here's 10 and a 1. Okay, so that's where we're at. I still have quite a bit. I think I'm gonna hold for now. I'm gonna try to tackle some more from these other 2. And then if I have extra, I'll definitely come back. But let me go ahead and clean this real quick. Okay, so far from this challenge from Erica, who's Erica J Budgeting, so far we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, $48. We actually are very close to finishing this one. I think I will probably try to finish it in a shorts. I will see what I have left over. I might even have some money left over from my Christmas binder in just a second. If so, I will come back and we will add it in here. But I think that's a fantastic continuation for this one. Again, make sure you check out Erica. She does have a Ko-fi shop. I think this was her first, and it might be her only savings challenge so far, but you can definitely pick it up. I think it's absolutely stunning. So thank you so much, Erica. The next one I have is from Deborah, Cat Mom Budgets, and this was over in Ko-fi shop. And she did give 2 of them. This one's a 40 and this one is a 30. I'm pretty sure we can finish this one. I think I have enough money to do so. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and finish this one, and I'll just save this one either for later in the year or next time. So let's go ahead and let me take out the money that we have here. Okay. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and scratch all the rest of the numbers. Okay, so we got a 7, a 3, a 3, a 2, a 5, and a 6. I think it is 10, 15, 20, $26 that we had for this one. And I wonder if I did something wrong. Let me see. 10, 15, 20, 26. So maybe this is actually going to save us a little bit more than the $30, unless I'm looking at a number wrong, but I don't think so. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and save whatever we're able to save. So I ended up getting 26. Let me add the 26. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $26 that I'm adding to our existing $8, $9. Yeah, I think it was a little more than 30, which is fine. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, $35. So we've got 35 on this one. So this one actually saved us 35 instead of 30, but that's perfectly fine. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. I'm just gonna write it down. And then I will go ahead and add it to this challenge. And I will go ahead and paperclip. And I don't know if it'll fit in my bag because it's a little bit larger. Okay, so here's what we have. I'm gonna see if I can fit it inside this bag. If not, no worries. I think I may have to just have it standing up. Yeah, I'll just have to have it standing up. Not a big problem. So that's going to be that. Again, that was from Deborah over at Cat Mom Budgets on Ko-fi. So you'll definitely want to check her out. I do have one more challenge from her, so I'll save this for future. I think it's super cute. Thank you so much, Deborah. Okay, so the last one that I have today for this first part is from Lisandra, and that's Budgeting with Lisandra. So I have $30 already saved in this one. I was doing $5 per icon, and then we had some roll and saves. Let me see how much money I actually have. So this was $20 in 2s, and then I have a lot of 1s. So I think what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and tackle all 5 of those icons. So that is 15. Okay, so I've got $15 here. So we'll add that in. Let me scratch off those 3 icons. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers left. I don't know if I will have enough to do a roll and save. I'm thinking what I might want to do is just do $2 per like final circles, because I know I'll have enough for that. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put $2 in each of these remaining 5 icons, and that's an extra $10. Let's see how much we saved with this challenge. Okay, so we have 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, $55. That is pretty fantastic considering it was just a roll and save. and I added a whole bunch of 2s at the end. So $55. We're gonna go ahead and add that one, and we will call this one done. A big thank you to Lisandra. I will have her channel link down below. These were some freebies that she had over in her Ko-fi shop, so definitely want to check that out. Hopefully she still has them. I'm gonna go ahead and try to squeeze this one in as well. It's very, very tight, but that's okay. So again, a big thank you to Lisandra. Thank you so much, Lisandra. Okay, so I had a little bit of money left. You see here. We're gonna try to tackle this one, and whatever I end up needing, I'll just pull from my Christmas binder just to kind of finish it out. So let's go ahead and see how much I have. Let me see, $12. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I think I'm gonna be at least $5 short, if not more. But let's go ahead and count this here. So we had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's $50. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's $60. So I am $15 short. I am perfectly okay with bringing in 15 from my Christmas. Let me go ahead and bring in that money. Okay, so here's the final $15. That will call this one done. Let me go ahead and just scratch off the remaining numbers just to make sure. Okay, so we have a 7 and a 7, which is 14, plus 6, that is 20, 25, 26, $27. So I believe that is what I added between the additional 5s and then the additional money at the very end, the 15. So I think we are good to go. Let's just double check, make sure we have $75 here. So let's go ahead and count it real quick. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $75. Yep, perfect. And I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to fold it because there is just no way that this will fit in my binder or my bag. So I'm going to paper clip this one. It is the full $75. We're going to add this one in to our bag. It's very, very stuffed, but we are making some amazing headway. So again, that one was from Erica over in her Ko-fi shop. A big thank you to Erica. Thank you so much, Erica. Okay, so let's dive into my Christmas binder now. I've already saved quite a bit with the first couple things. I'm just gonna put out my money here so that way I have all of my money set. I did have $240, but because I just used $15 to complete those patriotic challenges, I'm a little less, which is not a problem. I think it's like $225, not a problem. Still got plenty of money to add into this Christmas binder. So I've got all my money here set aside. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so the first one I have is from M over at Plan2Save or Plan2Save Designs. Let's go ahead and see. I don't think I had started a new one. I think I did like a game last time. It was like a full page game. And I think what I want to do is, I've got so many of her challenges. We'll go ahead and do this, Oh Christmas Tree. We'll scratch a couple of ornaments and we'll see what we get. We will see how much we can save just by scratching a few. So let me go ahead and scratch. I'm going to scratch just a couple of these. Okay, so we ended up with a 7 and a 3, which is $10. This one's a super cute one. I don't remember if she sent me this one as a freebie or if I had purchased this one. We have cats, so I may have purchased it. If it was probably in her Etsy shop. So we've got $10 that we're adding in for this one. I like it whenever we have an even number like this. Super, super easy, and it's a great start to a challenge. So this one again was from M over at Plan2Save. I'll add her channel down below. Thank you so much, M. The next one I have is from Traci over at Savings with Traci. Now, I had already started this super cute challenge. This was one that was available in her Etsy shop, so you can check it out if it's still available. And what I want to do is, I already have $20 saved so far, so I'm going to finish this off. I'm assuming it's 15, but let's go ahead and scratch and double check. Okay, so it was $15. 6 and a 4 is 10 plus 3 and 2 is 15 total. So we ended up with 15 there. So the total is going to save us is 35, 20, 30, $35. Perfect. So big thank you to Traci on that one. Again, I purchased this one in her Etsy shop. I hope it's still available because it's so, so cute we're going to add this completed challenge into our bag if we can. It's very tight. I am literally pulling the bag open to try to squeeze more money in here. That's not a bad problem to have, that your bag's not big enough for all the money you're saving, right? I think that's like everybody's, you know, wish, right? That's Traci at Savings with Traci. I'll have her channel linked down below. Thank you so much, Traci. The next one I have is from Stacy over at BuildItBigBudgets. And this was one that I believe she sent me in some Happy Mail. It's super cute, but I do think she has it in her Etsy shop, or she did. Hopefully it's there. But I have already some money started on this one. This one is going to save us 55. It looks like I have 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So I'm about halfway through on this one. I should have plenty of money to try to tackle this entire thing. Let's go ahead and scratch all of them and let's see what we get. Okay, so it looks like we got 26. We got a 6, 2 5s, a 4, which is 20, and then 2 3s, which is 6. So $26 is what we have here. I've already pulled that out. So total on this one, let's see how much we ended up saving. Hopefully it's what we had, which was 55. Let's double check. 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, $55. I'm gonna save these ones and bring in a 5. Just because I want to make sure I have plenty. And I think I might even save my 2 5s and bring in a 10, just to be absolutely sure. So we still have our $55. That one, again, was one from Stacy over at BuildItBigBudgets. I will have her channel linked down below. A big thank you to Stacy on that one. And I'm going to add that one into my bag. I really cannot even really fit very much in here, but that is perfectly okay. So again, a big thank you to Stacy. Thanks so much, Stacy. The next one I have is from Lindsay over at Bookish Budgets. Now, this was one that I believe she sent me as a freebie in an order that I had placed on her Etsy shop. I've got so many from her. They're super adorable. I absolutely love Lindsay's challenges. So again, this one says fruitcake is forever. It really is. This one says it's a 40 plus, which makes me a little nervous because I'm not really sure if that means there's a multiplier. There's like a roll the dice. I'm not sure. So far, it looks like we have $18 in this one, which we're about halfway through, but I'm not sure if we'll make it all the way unscathed. So let's go ahead and scratch a couple just to kind of see. I'm not real sure if we'll do all of them yet, but let's scratch at least a couple in here. So I got a 3. Super cute the little fruitcake under it. So we got a 3 so far. Let's keep going. Then we got an 8. Okay, so we're at $11 so far. Let me scratch some more. So we got it 2 times. I knew there was something going on. So we got it 2 times. Let's go ahead and do 2 times the very next one. 7. Oh my goodness, we got like the highest number on there. So that's $14 already, plus the additional 11. Let me see how much we have. Let me see. I want to make sure I can cover it. So 14 and 11 is $25. I still have plenty of money. I'll go ahead and add in the $25. Let's go ahead and scratch the last one. And we got a 5 for the very last one, which is reasonable. But we ended up saving a little, definitely more than the 40 on this one. So here's what we have. Let's go ahead and see what we have total. We have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, $48. $48 total. So amazing. Let's go ahead and paper clip that one. And I think I'm going to go ahead, because it's laminated, I'm going to write on it that I ended up saving 48. And then later on, if I want to clean it, I can always clean it with some alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. Okay, so $48. We got our money set. And look at the back. It's super cute. You can actually color it, I guess, if you wanted to. Super cute. These are super, super cute challenges from Lindsay over at Bookish Budgets. I'm adding it into my bag. We are stuffed to the gills here, but that is okay. So again, a big thank you to Lindsay. That was one over in her Etsy shop. You'll definitely want to check her out. I'll have her channel linked down below. Thank you so much, Lindsay. The next one I have is from April over at April's Fresh Start, or April's Fresh Start Budgets over on Ko-fi. Now, this one that I've been working on is a a challenge that I believe I got for free over in her Ko-fi shop, but I do think that she has it laminated in her Etsy shop. So you can check that out if you want that one. It's super cute. Don't make me ginger snap. Absolutely love it. So I've already done 2 rows of roll and save. I'm going to do 2 more rolls here. I won't even count the money yet. Let's just go ahead and do the rolls. So I'm going to bring in my dice tower, and I am going to roll 4 dice at a time because I'm going to try to knock out a whole row. I think I have plenty of money to maybe finish this one, but we'll see. So let me go ahead and roll the dice. And actually, I think I'm going to switch out this purple for a green to make it a little bit more festive. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. And of course, we blow the budget on the first roll. We got 2 6s and 2 5s. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got 6, 6, and then 5 and 5. I think that's $22 that we're going to be throwing in on this one round. Let me grab the $22. I still have plenty of money. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and roll the next round. Hopefully we get a little bit smaller numbers so it doesn't break our gaming here. But let's go ahead and add them in. Okay, it was a little more reasonable. We have a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 1. Okay, so let's add that in. So another $14 going into this one. Let me see if I have a 1. I do. So I'm going to put back a 1, grab a 15. Okay, so I got the $15 here. Let's total out our money for this one. We got quite a bit. So we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, $62. That is amazing. $62 on this one with just roll and saves. Now, a ton of it came from just that one roll that we just did, but I think that was still pretty fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and add a paper clip to this one. I don't even know if this will fit. We're going to try to make it squeeze in here. I'll just have to remember to get bigger bags next time, but it wasn't supposed to be a 2-month bag either. So we've got that in there. We made it fit. Again, this one was the one from April. You definitely want to check her out. She's got so many absolutely cute items. Check out her Ko-fi, check out her Etsy, and definitely check out her YouTube channel. It's her and her son Junior, and they're super fun, and it's so cute. So definitely check them out. A big thank you to April. Thank you so much, April. The next one I have is from Glory over at Glory's Budgets. Now, I have a ton of freebies that I had picked up in her Ko-fi shop. I added holographic overlays because I thought it would be so fun. And I went ahead and I laminated them. And so what I've been doing is some of the roll and saves, a lot of these recently. I think I'm going to do the same. I think I'm going to do this Pusheen one. I think it's so stinking cute. I love the little holographic too on it. It's super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Again, these were some that she had in her Ko-fi shop as freebies. I'm going to roll 4 dice, and I'm going to just go ahead and roll all 4 of these again. So let's see what we get. Okay, so it wasn't as crazy this time. We got a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 1. Okay, so let me write those in. We have a 6 and a 4, which is 10. A 5 is 15, and a 1, which makes $16 total. Let me grab the 16. Okay, so I have $16 here that will go to this challenge. We'll go ahead and add a paper clip. Again, this one was from Glory over at Glory's Budgets. She does have a YouTube, Etsy, and a Ko-fi. I picked these up for free in her Ko-fi shop a while back. Hopefully she still has them for you. I'm going to add this completed one into my bag, and it is like, I don't know if I can even fit any more in this bag. It is, I mean, stuffed. These poor nutcrackers did not know what was coming to them. So again, this was from Glory. Thank you so much, Glory. I'm going to have her channel linked down below. Thanks so much. The next one I have is from Sarah over at SarahSaves07. And these were, I believe, some freebies that she had over in her Ko-fi shop, if I'm not mistaken. I did about half last time, so I did 20. I'm going to do the second half today. I want to finish this one out. So let me just grab the 20 before I get too far along. Here's the second 20. We're going to do 40 on this one. Let me go ahead and color all of these 2s real quick. Okay, so we have this challenge. We have finished out the entire thing. I've got the $40 here. That's what it was intended to save us. So we've got $40 going back into the bag. I'm going to have to try to see if I can squeeze them in somewhere else because they're just not fitting back in the back. Okay, so we've added it in by the miracle of, the powers that be. So we've got Sarah at SarahSaves07. I'll have her link down below. Thank you so much, Sarah. The next one I have is from Deborah over at Boss Babe Budgets. These were some freebies over in her Ko-fi shop. She has a ton of freebies. Let me show you real quick. A ton of absolutely cute freebies that are in her shop right now. You can check them out. These are totally free. You can always make a donation because it is Ko-fi. But I think they're just absolutely stunning. So I had been working on some of her Christmas and July ones to try to get them done closer to the summer months. And so I've already done half of this one. So I have $16 here. We're going to do the other half. So I'm going to bring out $16 more to complete this one out. Okay, so here's the $16. We're going to add that one in. And I think I'm going to swap this 10 and 2 5s, or maybe these 4 5s for a 20 instead. Okay, so we've got our $32 here. Let me go ahead and color all of these really quickly. Okay, so we've got $32 here. That's going to be to complete this challenge. Again, from Deborah over at Boss Babe Budgets over on Ko-fi, or over in Ko-fi. We are going to add this one in too. We are completing so many of them. I really didn't think I would, but it looks like we're doing some great progress today. So again, this was from Deborah. Thank you so much, Deborah. The next one I have is from Susan over at WindmillRidgeBudgets, and I think she's WindmillRidgeBudgets and more now on YouTube because she's doing other things besides just the budgeting stuff. So I do have several freebies from her. Let's see what we have and which one we can tackle. I think I'm going to go ahead and tackle this one. I really like these Santas, but I want them to last a little longer. So let me do this one because this one was an older one that I think it was a freebie in her Ko-fi shop. It says we're going to save $16 total when all is said and done. Let me grab the 16 first. Okay, so I've got the $16 right here. Let's go ahead and quickly color in these very super cute 16 marshmallows. Okay, so we have our 16 marshmallows colored. I have the $16 here as well. We will call this one done. And again, this one was from Susan. You'll definitely want to check her out. She does have memberships over in Ko-fi. She's got lots of items in her Ko-fi shop. And of course, she has an Etsy shop and she has her fantastic YouTube channel too. We've added it into our bag. I'll have Susan's channel linked down below. Thank you so much, Susan. The next one I have is from Aisha over at Aisha M Budgets. She's over on Ko-fi. She does have a YouTube channel, but I don't think she does videos, active videos. But you definitely want to check out her Ko-fi. She's got a ton of freebies. These were all different freebies that I had picked up from her channel. She has a fantastic set of freebies. She also does have memberships as well, so you can check that out too. I've only saved $1 towards this one, and it was because I had rolled an extra number. We're going to go ahead and just finish this one out. It's going to save us $12. I have one, so we just need to add in $11 more. Let me add that real quick. Okay, so I've got the $11 right here to go with this extra one. That will make our $12. So 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, $12 total. Let me go ahead and color in the remaining ones on here. Okay, so we've got our $12 that we saved with this challenge. I've got the $12 right here as well. So let me go ahead and paper clip this. You know the drill. It's going in our bag. We're going to try to see if we can make room. I don't even know if I have any room anymore. It's crazy how full this little thing is. So again, that one was a freebie over in her Ko-fi shop. A big thank you to Aisha. You'll definitely want to check her out. I'll have her channel or her Ko-fi shop linked down below. Thank you so much, Aisha. Now, the next one I have is from Kimmy over at Kimmy's Corner. This one is a super fun game. So this one is a Plinko. It's a Christmas Plinko. And this one is a freebie over in her Ko-fi shop. You'll definitely want to check her out. I think she's on the road to 1,000 subscribers at this point. So she is getting close. I think she's like 700, maybe something around there, maybe 800 now. Definitely want to check her out. Again, I'll have everybody's channel linked down below. So I already have some money here. What I was doing was every roll, I was putting $1 in, and then we would also save wherever I end up at the very bottom. So let's go ahead and start from the top. And I am going to do one roll at a time. So I'll just bring out my little green die here. So let's go ahead and roll the dice and let's see which one we're going to do. 1. Let me do a different color. So we've got 1 here. I'll add the numbers in a second. Then we got a 5. So the next 5 that I have is down here. I'm going to skip over it and I'm going to go down here. Next one is a 3. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's a 3. Okay. So the next 3 I have is this one. me see if I can put it right here. You'll be able to see it better. Okay, let's go again. We got a 1. There is no 1 anymore, so I'm going to roll again. A 6. The next 6 is here. And let's see what we get. A 6 is already taken. Oops, it was a 4. I accidentally turned it. So we've got a 4. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 3 is $8 total. So let me bring out the $8. Okay, so we have $5, $6, $7, $8. I think I want to play one more time. It's such a fun one. Let me see how many more challenges I have. Oh man, I don't know if I have enough to do all the rest of them. I better wait. I better just play it, be safe, play it good, or play it safe and be good and see where we're at. So let me see what we have total. That's just such a fun one. You'll definitely want to pick it up. It's so fun. Okay, and you can play it any which way you want. If you want to save the number on the actual dice, like to save a lot more money, you certainly can. I have a low dollar budget, a small budget, so I just try to keep, save what I can. But let's see what we have so far. We've got 5, 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, $23 already. And we've only played 3 rounds. We still have at least 2 more rounds or 3 more rounds to go. So we're doing fantastic on that one. So this one again was from Kimmy. A big thank you to Kimmy. I'll have her channel linked down below. You can check it out. She has it in her Ko-fi shop for free. Hopefully it's still there. You can get it. But again, thank you so much, Kimmy. The next one I have is from Bobby over at Canadian Finance Journey. Now, this is one that was from Christmas in July last year, 2024. I still had it. I had it saved. I already added, it looks like $15. Let me see what I have. So I've got 10, 21. So I actually could finish this one because I think I need $16, $17 total. Let's go ahead and finish this one. Let me double check. 17. Yeah. So it's $17. We will end up saving 32 on this. Let me bring out the 17. Okay, so we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, $32. Perfect. So let me just mark off the rest of these. Okay, so we've got our $32 and we have our completed challenge. Again, this challenge was over a year old. I had it in my challenge, in my binder, ready to go. I was saving it. So I'm super glad we were able to get that one done. This little bag cannot hold anymore, I don't think. But a big thank you to Bobby over at Canadian Finance Journey. I'll have her channel linked down below. I think those were some freebies in Google Drive or in her Ko-fi shop, but definitely check her out. She has a ton of freebies in her Ko-fi. So thank you so much, Bobby. Now I only have $4 left. I don't even know that I have enough to do a scratch. This is a brand new one I haven't started. This one's from Lisandra, Budget with Lisandra. I'm going to save this one for next time. I think what I'm going to do, and I actually had brought in my Christmas in July freebies. So I had given these out for free in my Ko-fi shop for Christmas in July. You can still pick them up if you want them. One is a $40 savings challenge. It's like a scratch and save. And then the other one is a color and save. And I just know that I'm not going to have enough if I try to do it. So what I'll do is I'm going to just use my catch-all, which is from Lisa over at LisaGratefulMe. I've been using this one as my catch-all, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to add in these final $4 here into this challenge. So let me color 4 of these little hats. Okay, so I've colored in 4 of the little Santa hats. Let's see how much we have now. You see how it's a bunch of ones because it's always my catch-all. So we've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, $21. We are on our way. This will take us probably up until maybe Christmas to finish saving because we're just doing it a few dollars at a time, but that's perfectly okay. So this one was a freebie over on Lisa's Ko-fi shop. She's LisaGratefulMe. You can check her out. I'll have her channel linked down below. Thank you so much, Lisa. Well, that was the end. The last one was mine. I didn't get a chance to do it. We ran out of money, but I feel like being able to complete the other ladies' challenges was certainly worth it. We did quite a bit today. A big thank you to all of the creators who released these fantastic challenges to enable us to be able to save money. I have a ton of them as well in my freebie, in my Ko-fi shop that you can check out. We made some fantastic progress. I feel like this was a huge amount that ended up being saved. And so I'm super excited about that. This was a very long video. I thank anyone who made it to the end. Thank you so much. As always, happy saving. Thanks so much for visiting, everyone. Drop me your favorite Christmas emoji down in the comments to let me know that you made it this far in the video. Happy saving.